The heavy door creaks. Michael enters holding something wrapped in dark cloth, like someone carrying a body. The orange light from the forge dances on the stone walls, while the sound of Master John's hammer echoes through the space. Michael stops in front of the anvil. His hands tremble. John doesn't raise his eyes. 3 precise strikes. Sparks briefly illuminate his weathered face. Only then does he plunge the piece into water. Steam explodes with a hiss that sounds like a sigh of relief. "I need you to fix this," Michael finally says, his voice breaking slightly. He unwraps the cloth with excessive care, almost reverence. The sword that appears steals his breath, polished like a liquid mirror, perfectly reflecting the forge flames. A work of art, or just a convincing illusion? Have you ever held onto something that seemed perfect on the outside, but was completely broken inside? Today I'm going to tell you the real story of a man who discovered the hardest truth that exists about transformation. If this story resonates with you, hit that like. Subscribe to the channel. Every week there's content like this, and comment where you're watching from. Now come with me. "What happened to it?" John asks, still holding the sword against the forge light. Calm. But there's something deeper in his voice. Recognition. Like someone who has seen this story repeat itself 1,000 times. Michael lowers his eyes. Words are hard to come out. It broke. At the exact moment that mattered most. I invested everything in this sword. Time, money, reputation. It was perfect. Everyone said so. And at the first real pressure, it shattered like cheap glass. The master places the sword on the anvil. He walks around it, observing from different angles. His steps echo on the ancient stone floor. "This blade never went through true fire," he finally declares. "It was polished, ornamented, made to impress eyes, but it was never tempered, never tested." "But it's beautiful," Michael protests, his voice rising half a tone. "How can something so beautiful be so weak?" "It's perfect." John turns slowly, facing Michael with those eyes that seem to read not just faces, but entire souls. Beauty without resistance is just illusion. And illusion breaks when life squeezes. Always breaks. He pauses, letting the words sink in. "How many things in your life are like this, Michael? Beautiful on the outside, hollow on the inside. I didn't come here for therapy. I came to fix a sword." "You came here because deep down I'm talking about much more than metal," the master responds. He picks up his hammer. The weight of the tool feels absolutely natural in his calloused hand. He raises it very high. Michael steps forward with his hands outstretched. "Wait, what are you going to do?" John doesn't respond. The hammer comes down. The sound of metal breaking echoes through the workshop like imprisoned thunder. The sword splits into 2 clean, almost surgical pieces. The fracture reveals the blade's interior, bubbles, imperfections, structural weakness that no polishing could ever hide. Sparks jump. One lands on Michael's arm. He doesn't even feel it. He's paralyzed, mouth open, eyes fixed on the fragments. "What did you do?" Michael's voice comes out as a strangled scream. "It just needed a small repair, an adjustment. You destroyed I can't fix what was never made correctly." The master interrupts, his voice still absolutely calm. He picks up one of the fragments, holds it against the light so Michael can see clearly. "See these bubbles? These internal imperfections? They existed from the beginning, but they were hidden under layers of polish, under the illusion of perfection." Michael approaches slowly, as if in a trance. His fingers tremble, touching the broken surface, and for the first time he truly sees the fragile interior, the unfulfilled promise, the beautiful. "The biggest lie you believe," John says with absolute firmness, "is that small adjustments will solve structural problems. They won't. Never." He pauses. "Some things need to die so something new can be born. And that hurts. Hurts like nothing else." Michael opens his eyes. Dry now. Something different in them. A beginning of acceptance. "So what do we do now?" The master smiles for the first time. A small smile, but genuine. "Now we destroy completely. Only after. We rebuild." John takes the fragments with long iron tongs. Now comes the part that separates those who really want to change from those who just want to feel better. He plunges the fragments into the heart of the forge. They disappear in white incandescence. This is what happens to your beliefs when you decide to truly change. It's not comfortable. It's not gentle. It's devastating. Everything you thought you knew about yourself needs to melt first. How do you stand being so close? Years of practice, the master responds. As many scars. He shows his marked forearms. Each mark here is a lesson. Each burn, a moment when I thought I could cheat the process. You can't. Fire doesn't negotiate. The metal is now liquid, dripping light. John removes the incandescent metal. The hammer comes down. The impact is violent. Sparks explode. Another strike. And another. And another. 100. Each precise. Each painful to witness. The sound echoes through the workshop like a giant heart beating. Each hammer blow, the master explains between strikes, is a difficult choice you need to make. Each one contradicts your old instincts. Each one hurts because it's breaking patterns you've carried for years. The cycle repeats. Fire, hammer. Finally, John plunges the incandescent blade into a barrel of oil. The explosion is immediate. Thick, black smoke. Brief flames, a sound like 1,000 snakes hissing all at once. This is the most critical moment, the master explains, keeping the blade submerged. The tempering, the shock that creates permanent resistance. Without this moment of extreme discomfort, all the previous work means nothing. He removes the blade, holds it against the light. It has marks, visible imperfections. But there's something in it now that the old sword never had. You didn't fix my sword, Michael says softly. You transformed it into something completely different. No, I just removed the lie and let the truth appear. It was always there, it just needed to go through fire. Michael looks at the sword, then at the master. We were never talking about swords, were we? We never were, the master confirms. So what is your broken sword? What are you trying to fix that needs to be completely destroyed and remade? That job that drains your soul but you won't let go because you've already invested years? That relationship that died but you insist on reviving? That version of yourself everyone applauds but that empties you inside? You have two choices. Keep polishing the surface while the core rots, or have the courage to break what doesn't work and go through the fire of real reconstruction. It will hurt, it will frighten you, it will make you question everything. But on the other side, you'll finally be true, and the truth, my friend, is the only thing that doesn't break. Hit that like if this story moved you. Subscribe to the channel and comment what is your broken sword, let's talk. Because nobody needs to go through fire alone. Until next time, the forge never closes, the work continues.